Hey everyone, how y'all doing? Welcome and welcome back to my channel and welcome to day 16 of Vlogmas. So today I'm going to be doing the Cozy Christmas book tag, and this was created by Call Me After Coffee. I'll make sure to link their video down below so you guys can go check it out. Before we get into the video, make sure to subscribe down below if you have not yet already, because I am uploading every single day in December and you're not going to want to miss it. But let's just get right on into the tag. So the first question is Twinkling Lights. What is the most beautiful book that you own? So I definitely don't show this edition off enough or talk about it enough, but definitely City of Bones, the 10th anniversary collector's edition. This book came out a couple of years ago and I don't even think I really have to tell you guys how beautiful it is. It is like the stunning like cloth bound edition. I'm really mad at myself because I've had it displayed on my shelf since I got it and I kind of ruined it. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I kind of bent it out of shape a little bit. It's supposed to be like that. So I might try to like stick it under a bunch of things to try to fix it because I definitely wrecked it. But it's this beautiful cloth bound edition with silver like foil. I don't know if it's actually foil, if it's just imprinted in there. But like it just has so many beautiful little symbols in there. On the back it says all the stories are true. Oh, and it also has gold sprayed edges, which I'm a huge fan of. Like I said, I've literally had this displayed on my bookcase since I got it a couple years ago and I'm obsessed with it. I'm gonna try to really appreciate seeing it on my shelf before I have to turn it in to where just the spine is showing, because I am severely running out of space in my bookcase and this will not be able to be displayed for much longer. But it is just absolutely stunning and I really want to get my hands on the Clockwork Angel one. I just haven't been able to, but I am obsessed with this. Question number 2, the perfect tree. Will you pay more to get the prettiest edition of a book? Yes and no. I typically try to buy books in hardcovers, so already with just that is going to be more expensive. But yes, I don't mind paying more money to get a really pretty edition of a book because it's going to be on my shelf. I'm collecting it, so I don't mind spending that little bit of extra money. Question number 3, build a snowman. Make a Christmas book stack by color or theme. So I went with color and I decided to go for a red and green color pattern. So here is my beautiful stack of Christmas colored books. So we have Puddin' by Julie Murphy. I just slapped myself in the face. We have Eliza and Her Monsters by Francesca Zappia. We have Simon versus the Homo Sapiens Agenda and Opposite of Always by Justin A. Reynolds. Like, just look how Christmassy that looks. Oh, I love it. Question number 4, Crackling Fire. What book makes you feel warm and cozy? So for me, that is To All the Boys I've Loved Before by Jenny Han. There is just something about this book. I don't know if it's Laura Jean herself or the writing. I don't know, the aesthetic and the vibes of it, but this book always makes me feel so warm and cozy. I just reread it last month and it was just so much fun. Like I said, the aesthetics, the vibes, everything, it's all here. It also has Christmas in it, which definitely adds to those cozy, happy vibes. If you're looking for a warm and cozy book, this one is definitely it. Like, look no further. This is it. Question number 6, Ugly Sweaters. What's the ugliest book you own? Did I skip a question? I did. Brittany, you skipped the question. Question number 5, Knee-High Socks. What is the longest book you've read? I'm pretty sure that the longest book I've ever read was Queen of Air and Darkness by Cassandra Clare. I believe this one is 912 pages, so it is quite a chunky book. I'm pretty sure this is the longest I've read. I think I have books that are longer on my shelf, maybe at least one that's longer, but I haven't read it yet, so I think this might be the longest book I've ever read, and let me tell you guys, I loved this book. Worth every page. Question number 6, Ugly Sweaters. What's the ugliest book you own? So I have 2 for this one, and the first one is Audrey Waite by Robin Benway. It's very early YA. When did this book come out? This book came out in 2008. And it looks very 2008. So we have this stark white book cover, which I guess is fine. Then we have this picture of this real girl. She's pretty. She's fine. I just don't typically like people on covers, especially not in early YA sense. Her outfit is very interesting. We have a bright yellow shirt. You know what? This just screams my childhood. We have like a weird like pencil denim mini skirt. This like army green color something on top. Bright yellow shirt, and then a scarf. Scarves were huge back in the early 2000s, 2010s. This looks like something somebody in my class definitely would have worn. It's just, it does nothing for me. It's really ugly. And the other book is The Summer I Turned Pretty by Jenny Han. This entire series has ugly covers, but I mean, like, what is this? Again with the white covers. When did this book come out? This book came out in 2009. So very similar to Audrey Waite. We got the stark white book cover again, and then we have the 3 people on the cover. This one dude, poor dude is blinded by the sun. He's like half his face is just sun. Again, the people themselves, they look fine. I just don't want them on a book cover, do you know what I mean? It's not the vibe I'm going for. I don't want my books to look like this. It was a choice. It was a choice, and I hope that we never come back to this cover trend ever again, because I don't want to keep buying books that look like this. Question number 7, blizzards. A book set in winter, or a book that gives you the chills or has dark themes. So I'm going for dark themes for this question. So for that I chose Girl Made of Stars by Ashley Herring Blake. This book deals with sexual assault and rape. It's about our main character Mara, and she finds out that her brother has raped one of her best friends, and so it's all about her trying to come to terms with the fact that somebody who she's so close with, her twin brother, could be capable of something like this, while also trying to be there for her friend, while also having her own personal struggles kind of come back up to the surface of things that she's kind of pushed down. This book is so emotional, so heavy, and has a lot of dark topics in it. So again, trigger warnings for sexual assault, definitely trigger warnings for sexual assault and rape, so if you don't want to read about that, avoid this book. But it definitely has dark themes. It was a very sad book, but also I think it was happy at the end, if I remember correctly. I read this book a couple of years ago, but I remember really loving it, and it definitely has those dark themes in it. This headband is giving me a headache. Question number 8, home for the holidays. For the rereaders out there, are there any books that feel like going home? So we all know me, I am an avid rereader. I reread all the time. Sometimes I reread just as much as I'm reading new books, sometimes even more. It's fine. So I feel like this one's gonna come as no surprise for people who have been on my channel for a while, but that is Wonder by R.J. Palacio. This is my favorite book of all time. So every time I reread this book, it feels safe, it feels like home, it feels like mine. Do you know what I mean? Like it feels homey, it feels comfy, it feels familiar. I really love rereading this book. It brings me all the happy joys. I'm actually hoping to reread it this month, but I love it. I love it so much. The characters in this book, Augie, my absolute favorite little bean. I love him so much. Him and himself feels like coming home, just reading about him. So definitely this book feels like coming home because I just love it so much, and it's my absolute favorite book of all time. So feels like that makes sense to me. So that was the cozy Christmas book tag. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a huge thumbs up. Comment down below a snowman emoji if you've stayed till the very end of the video, and subscribe if you've not yet already. Again, I am uploading every single day in December, so you're not going to want to miss it, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye!